Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Jess is on maternity leave, of course, so Lauren's holding it down. And we got a special guest in the building. We got the brother Rema. How's it going, brother?
I'm good.
How you feeling?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm all right.
Let me tell you something, Rema.
Yes.
I am a fan, bro.
I appreciate it.
I rock with your music. Heavy. Calm Down. First Afrobeat song in history to earn over 1 billion on-demand streams in America. How that feel?
Great. All glory to God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does it like annoy you at all with Calm Down? Because like here in the U.S., people talk about Selena Gomez on the song so much and like kind of throw some of the success of it her way versus you, but she gives you all of the credit. Does that annoy you at all sometimes?
I don't really see that. I don't really see the success being just thrown on her. Because like the collaboration, we both put our face into it.
Yeah.
We both put the same like effort.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it felt like a real collaboration.
You did her a favor.
Uh,
Yes, you did her a favor.
They did each other. They did each other a favor.
like, yeah, she did me a huge favor as well.
Because she
You know,
crossed
she
it
didn't
over.
have to do that.
Right.
I reached out to her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's been a huge supporter of my music. Like, even before the public knew, you know.
Wow.
There's been a lot of great people who hit me up and like, yo, I like what you're doing. She was one of them. She's pulled up to shows on the low-key, just watching the young lad just like grow and become this person. You know?
Tell us about your inspiration. What got you into music? What made you start doing music? And when was your that aha moment that you was like, oh, this is really connecting?
You know, I started from the church. You know, the church really made me believe like I was doing something good. You know, I used to draw, but like it wasn't like giving me so much vision, as per se. But I was getting more applause from music, and then yeah, the church embraced it, and I just kept doing it. And then you know, life got hard, drifted a little bit. Times where I paused, times where I needed to make it out for the family. You know? But yeah.
You knew music was always the thing that you wanted to do and nothing else?
I mean, I always saw myself as someone who, if I put my heart into anything, it will work. You know, I just believe in God's grace in my life. Yeah.
Now, you from Nigeria, you know, a lot of times music it's probably changed now, but there was a time where it wasn't culturally acceptable. They want you to be a doctor, you know, go to school. So how did your parents or your family, were they supportive of you going into music?
At first, it was just my brother. You know, my brother got me my first headphone. We used to put like a memory card inside, you know? And I just got so inspired by hip-hop especially. He was a huge hip-hop fan. And anything my brother listened to, I used to listen to. Also, there was just so much gospel music around the house because my mom was just like, you know. Pops too, whenever I used to take us to school at the time, I used to like jam some CDs. So I was very inspired, you know, by what they were listening to. But my brother was a huge supporter. My brother used to throw parties, and I used to gain my confidence between church and his parties and performing, and his friends used to help me. And then school was doing its thing, and it's just like, yeah. But over time, my mom got to like understand, you know, what I was doing.
She didn't like it at first?
Not really.
She liked it in the church, but
she
not...
liked it in the church, but when, you know, I started like going to competitions, and then, you know, at the time I used to go like try to freestyle in different bars, and at the time when they spray some money, I just got it up. I gave it to her, and she started feeling it a little bit.
She started to understand it a little bit more. Yeah.
What, she wanted you to be a doctor?
I remember when I got smacked by her at the time when I wanted to take an exam that would get me to college, and I really did not know what I wanted to be. I just wanted to glide wherever the wind took me. I just do it, you know. But yeah, I was.
You said she smacked you?
Yeah.
Backhand, overhand? Which one was it?
You
Which one
didn't
was
take the exam, or you?
I took it, but it's just like she asked me, "What do you want to be?" And it's just like, I really didn't want to tell her music because I wasn't still sure because I was just like struggling on the ground. But, yeah. Over time though, she got to understand what I was doing. She trusted me, you know. She was not really happy about like the unsafe places. I was like, 13. out at 2 a.m. like trying to get the sluts to rap at the bar. You know?
You should get the sluts to rap it.
Slots.
Oh.
Slots.
I'm my accent. It confusing.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you do that in America, you go to strip club, throw one, get the sluts to dance.
This guy is crazy.
So listen, when she smacked you, right? Did that deter you, or did that make you say, I gotta really focus on this music?
No, it was like I have to make up my mind what I really want to do and stand on it. Literally, you know, and I was just trying to be realistic. Inside of my heart, I was like, Mom, really, do you have money to take me to college? Let's be real. You know, you don't have money to take me to college. Let me just like.
Did she slap you again when you said that?
No, that was what was in my heart, because like I really did not want to be a burden to her, because she was already going through a lot as a single mom, taking care of like 4 kids, you know. But yeah, I just like ticked on the paper. I think I ticked business admin. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Business administration.
That's my degree.
Yeah, business administration. Yeah, I took that. I passed the exams though. But I just didn't go. I was just like, at the time I stood on business. I was like, you know what? Let me just go like dog something out for the family. This school thing is not gonna, you know, do it for me.
Do you let your mom listen to your music?
I never really went to her and say, yo, listen.
I want her to hear Soundgasm.
I mean, she's heard everything.
She heard Soundgasm?
Everything.
What she said
She ain't hear
about that one?
Soundgasm.
Tell her the line. He's been talking this line for okay. Say it to the line. Got Charlamagne.
There's a line on Soundgasm where Rema says, tapping on that pussy. You say you tapping on that pussy like you killed a motherfucking insect.
Your mom ain't hear that line.
That ain't from the church.
That ain't from the church. Your mom ain't hear that line.
Probably why I whispered it in the song. I'm not sure she has caught that yet, but I mean, she heard my song. I'm old enough now, so she's all right.
What inspired that line though? Was it a big clip and you was just like trying to kill it like a bug or something? Like,
What?
So I mean, I said in a couple interviews, at the time I recorded that song, it was Valentine Day. You know, I was like in a hotel. I got my producers. We had almost the whole floor. Like we were just chilling. You know, and young dudes just like starting to enjoy the fame, I would say.
Having a good time.
Just having a good time. Valentine, so we're locked in. I had work on one side and phone on one side. And then I just popped out my room and I just called my homie, London. He was in the hotel too. He was chilling. I was like, yo, you still making beats? Are you up? He was like, yeah, pull up. I was like, bet. Pulled up. I heard a sexy beat. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sing about what happened in the other room.
Damn.
Oh,
wow.
What was her name?
Why do you want to know? How would you want to know?
How old are you, Rema?
I'm 24 now.
Wow. You've achieved so much at a young age. What drives you to just keep pushing these boundaries in music?
I would say number one thing, my drive has always been family. And I feel like my family has grown bigger by how much love I've received and how much people have supported me to achieve my vision. I would say just, you know, I just feel like I have so much responsibilities, and it's like, you know, living the hood, the first thing is just you want to feed your family.
Yeah.
You know? And then when you come in the game and you see that there's other responsibilities that come with being an artist and or being a chosen one. Not everybody that's there's just different people that are called, you know, for different purposes. And then you also look around you and see like the people who supported you to achieve like your dreams. They also got dreams. So you know, sometimes you take time out and you branch out of your body a little bit and be like, what do you want?
Oh wow.
You know, and my manager could look at me and be like, I want to manage the biggest artist out of Africa. And in my thought process, like, I'm going to get him that, you know? And it's not everything that has to do with like money exchange or all of that. It's just like, yeah, so different drives. It's not, and it's like every responsibility or every drive I got, it's not 100% mine. It's just like, what do you want? What do you want to achieve? Where do you see us going? What's the prophecy like? You know,
you call yourself the chosen one. The I can't pronounce it. Heis is Heis. Heis.
He is.
He is.
But I just put together.
Oh, you put it together. Oh, duh. I'm an idiot. But it translates to someone special or chosen.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
So-
a Greek word.
So when did you become aware of like your own special, divine, unique qualities? When did you realize, like, damn, I am the chosen one in my family?
I would say it's just like I'm a spiritual person.
Mhm.
I don't like to get too deep, but
We can tell though.
Everybody in this room loves God, brother.
But I just feel like they're just signs that come with prophecies, and you just be chilling, and the prophecy just hits you, and someone just walk up to you and say this, and you're just like, I see this in you, or it's like, you know,
You had that happen to you?
sometimes it's just visions,
Mhm.
you know, you just have visions,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, if the vision was never for me, then why did it come to me in the beginning?
Right.
You
Mm.
know, so I just like take hold of it, and when you like put effort and faith in that one vision and it comes to life, it's like, whoa, probably might do this to the rest 50 visions I've got, and they just keep coming to life. And I feel like my name also like holds that. Rema, that's a revelation from another dimension. It's like another word for an idea. Like when an idea hits you, that euphoria, that's Rema. And you feel that feeling, it's like, it's just like an adrenaline pump. I heard that in church, and I just feel like, you know, that name just stuck with me. And I feel like I leave the name, you know?
You know, I wanted to know, you know, with the success of Calm Down and how big the record is and how big you are with that record over here. I always talk to artists and they say one of their biggest fears is making a hit so early that big because you always chase that hit. You always want to be bigger than that record. Have you had the same problem of trying to beat that record in the States?
No. I never planned to make a big record. I was just doing me.
Mm-hmm.
And the world, you know, went with it, right? And also it's like, I'm grateful for education. It's not like school education, but like life education.
Mm-hmm.
People experience things not just for them to experience it and learn the lesson. I don't always look at success stories to learn. I also like to look at mistakes. A lot of people have had big songs, like, and it's like the biggest bird cage, and it's just like cage to that. I don't let that affect like my creative process. I go to the studio with the same mentality, like I made my first hit song. And then I have a vision. I like, if you look in my eyes, like you can see that I see something that's way ahead of me. It's like whatever needs to happen now will happen now, and I know my way around it. I have no pressure. I feel no pressure. I'm happy, I'm joyful. I'm making bangers still. And I like the way I moved with my new project as well. Just like, I don't like to move with the way people expect. I don't like to move with the rules. I don't do that.
Yeah, you blend a lot of different genres, you know, in your music. So what do those influences say about who you are as a artist and a person?
Sorry?
I said you blend a lot of different genres in your music.
Yeah.
So what does that say about you as an artist and a person? Like, you're just not afraid to take chances? Or you won't let people keep you in a box?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
I'm in my own world. You know, I don't really write songs. I don't write. I just go to the studio and have fun. You know, sometimes I end up saying things that do not even exist. Like, not even words. I just
What's an example of what's an example of like something that wasn't a word?
My
in
first hit song, the chorus was not even a word. I just expressed myself. I was just in my own world, enjoying what I do, and I stand on it. Like I said, if the vision was never for me, then why did it come? You know, it's like no English word or Nigerian word could match the vibration that a chorus would send. It was just meant to be gibberish. And I did it. And it gave me a platform to express myself more. It gave me my first hit song. You understand? So, and in Nigeria, we call that lamba. Lamba is just something you just create out of the euphoria of being in the studio while you're in that creative process. You just like close your eyes and just like express that one. It's just like saying boom without saying it was an explosion.
Yeah.
You know? You just say boom.
One of my favorite records of yours off the He Is project, you just laughing in the chorus on he. When you say, because I just like the way you applying pressure on me. When you say I'm not gonna take it easy on my haters. Monday morning you talking about me while I'm making money. What inspired that record?
Exactly, the haters.
The haters.
It's like for real though, like day in day out, people just like talking about me, you know, and I'm stacking up every second. It's like, it's just a sign for you to do better with your time. It's like you're just hating on it. People been hating on me since I was what? Dropped my first tape 19. I've been criticized a lot, you know. I've not been, you know, I would say I've not been babysitted at all. You know, it's just like I've been poked for years, and if no one got like my heart, they'll literally crash, you know. I feel like over time, even with my phases, the game kind of made me colder and colder, you know. I came with a loving heart. I expressed so much love, you know.
And the hate turns your heart?
A little bit, you know. It's just like, sometimes you just want to give back that energy. You know, it's just like Kendrick. Sometimes you want to pop out and show niggas.
Sometimes you want to wild out. But you said you said you were learning from experiences, right? You were talking about your hit and the success, but you also said mistakes as well. What was one of the biggest mistakes that you made that you learned from?
Biggest mistakes, I would say in the game or in life in general?
Both.
I would say, you know, trust. Like, you just literally have the biggest lessons from trust. You know, being a young kid and just wanting to embrace everybody and just like, just seeing humans become like the stories you used to hear when you were younger. Like,
greedy monsters.
Like, it's just like, man, you know, I really had trust, you know. When you have love, when you put your all, you know, there are people who you hurt so much and they just stop not being good. Like me, I keep being good. Like, if I see my enemy, I'll still shake hands. But it's like, we know we're not cool, but it's like the respect of shaking hands. And also, I'm that believer that you don't have to be friends to be loyal. I also believe in that. Like, if we got money to make, let's make money, but we don't have to be friends, you know?
Oh, you mean, so, like here we say there's no permanent friends or enemies when it comes to business. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's like, let's make money. It's like, and another thing is like, it's like years ago, it's like, I didn't know a lot of people that the game would bring my way. Why would I make that like a huge thing? Like, I didn't know you. Like, at first I just wanted to feed my family. So why would you be the highlight of my career? Why should I focus on you? I don't get time to do that, can't you?
Is a lot of the hate you get, is it from your own city?
No, my city love me.
Okay.
Where is it from?
So who's the haters?
Huh?
So who hating? Like,
I mean, it's just like, it's not really restricted to a city. It's just like
social media, Twitter, stuff you see on Twitter.
People don't like a kid who's just like has his own ideology or breaking the rules of sound and changing the soundscape, or like being confident and like, you know, stepping on necks, as you would say that, you know, like not being scared. Like, they really like that beg us for your flower type energy. It's like, no. I made a tweet years ago where I was like, I'm not happy to be here. I was chosen to be here. You know, don't make it feel like I'm on some happy to be here type shit. You know? Yeah, I feel chosen to be here. I feel chosen to do something for the game, for the next generation. And let me do it. And whatever level of success I achieve, I'm humble with it. And I appreciate it.
You feel like you get the respect you deserve when they talk about the genre of Afrobeats? Do you feel like you're in that conversation like you should be, or do you feel like sometimes you're left out?
I feel like the success came too quick, that people wish I didn't get it too quick. And you know, when they want to give you respect when you have to be 10 years in the game, I feel like I didn't, my career didn't play according to those rules. And I was already breaking like 7 years career worth of records at 3 years in the game. You understand? I already went international from my first EP. You understand? So it's like people have this mind frame that we have to see you striving for 10 years. Like, you have to grind. We have to see videos of you in the studio. Like, you did walk. You know, like, why do I need to? I don't post me in the studio. All you see is music. I don't give people I don't really tell people nothing about my personal life. They don't know nothing. I think people just saw my mom for the first time 2 weeks ago. But it's like, people just want you to strive so hard so that they can be able to give you flowers. It's like, no, it's something called grace, though. It's like, I put in so much work that I don't want to show it. People know I put in so much work, day and night. But yeah, they want me to be 10 years in the game to be like, oh, okay, now we can say you are this or you are top this, or like, it's like, come on, man. Let's be real.
Do you feel like when people have the top 3 male Afrobeat artist conversation, you should be included? I know right now they include Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido. Do you think you should be included in that?
Respect to the OGs. But yeah, I'm one of them once.
You tweeted no more big 3. There's now a big 4.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you look at it, my impact in Afrobeat has been huge. You understand? It's not just about hit songs. A lot of people have hit songs, but the impact in the journey of Afrobeat to the world, you know, I mean, like, I don't even want to say a lot, but just something as little as major award shows creating an Afrobeat category because of the success of my song has already shifted or opened gates. You understand? It's like India as a country, like, being able to do huge arenas in 3 cities and having Indians in multitude come out to sing Afrobeat songs word for word, it's like, it's on another level. And that's just like a little peak of the iceberg of what I've done in the game. But I don't like to talk about it. I don't put my plaques in my house to like fuel myself with that ego. I don't want to talk about it. But it's quite sad. Must I be 30 years old to give me that flower? Times has changed. You don't need to be 10 years in the game to be a legend, to be an icon, to be someone who inspired the next generation. It's just what it is. Whatever favoritism, all of that, is like, that's on them. But it's like, everybody in their hearts, they know. And I know. I read body language from everyone. From the game, the artists, everything. Love to everybody though. But it's like,
you said a lot of labels are trying to clone you. You said tell your stylist to stop sending mails to
man,
brands.
you reading my tweets.
My name to get close. Artists really sending stylists mail with your name to get close? You said I'm gonna pull up to your show and strip you on stage because that's my shit, ho. Fake celebrities, fake industry.
Jesus.
Oh, they pulling up
Labels
with
get creative. Stop trying to clone me. Then you said Rema made Afrobeat TP a big statement. Every new artist since 2019 ate from the same template.
That was pretty wordy for someone who don't
Which
like to
one
talk
do you want me
about
to
it.
start with?
What motivated all of that?
I mean, it's like sometimes, but most times I'm not on the internet. You know, like my management handle my social media, but I'm a very chill person until the cup is full. It's like, might as well just say a few things, just get a few things out my chest, right? I don't really want to embarrass anyone, and sometimes the times where you need to make a statement. There's a saying that when a lizard shakes his head, like he's like adjusting his own ego. He's praising his own self because nobody want to give him his flowers or nobody want to give him praise. But I'm not here in this interview to beg for flowers or anything. Sometimes I just like to clear the air, you know, like reaching out on behalf, saying you're a Rema stylist and stealing my clothes, month worth of clothes, and like brands that have created a relationship think they're sending clothes to me and they're sending my clothes to you, and seeing some funny shoe sizes, it's like, whoa. So got these tiny legs. See some funny sizes, like hilarious. About the EPs, is just like, I mean, when I came to the game, I came with a template. I just like the way like new artists come and have a dominance. Mine was just different. from the day one. I started, the whole EP trail. I mean, every artist since 2019, like, walked on that path. Like, even new artists just had to, like, when you come out, you pop out with that EP. But a lot of people would argue with that. A lot of people just don't want, sometimes, this is the word. I don't like to feel like some Afrobeat messiah or someone just, sometimes they don't really like you being quite young and saying something. Sometimes it's not for you to say. Sometimes it's the truth, but it's not for you to say. Sometimes I just want to live it. And sometimes I just can't wait for it to be in the air because I just can't wait for maybe like the OGs to say it. And I'll be like, okay, no one's saying it, so I might as as well. But slowly, it's just like, I really don't want that picture of a Afrobeat messiah. Oh, let's do it for Afrobeat. It's like, I really don't want things to be that serious. And I just want to express myself. That's all. And when things are not looking good and I want to clear something, I just want to clear it and leave it at that. But starting to like make an agenda on tweets that I felt at the moment. I mean, the tweets has cleared whatever I need to. I don't really need to like embody it in interviews. It's not so much of a big deal. You get me?
What's your relationship like with the OGs, with the Burna Boys and the Beatles and WizKid? Do y'all have relationships? Or?
Yeah, big respect. Yeah. One thing I'm happy about is that we all respect each other. There's respect. There's difference between being a boy,
a friend.
Yeah, a friend. It's like I got friendship, I got respect. A lot of people got friendship from big dogs. I ain't got respect. I got respect, and if I don't even got friendship, but I got my respect, that's okay for me.
You feel like the U.S. watered down a lot of Afrobeats? Like, it just seemed like they just took a couple of records and made them big, and almost like that was it to see. But when you go to Africa, South Africa, Nigeria, all these different places, it's so much more. You feel like it's watered down at all?
Give me an example of a U.S. Afrobeat.
All right. A couple of years ago, all you heard was Davido, like he was the only artist. Then 2 years later, all you heard was Burna Boy, like he was the only artist. Do you feel like that affected at all?
No, I think they were doing the one and utmost mission, Afrobeat to the world, right? Everyone had their own mission to play, right? I just feel like I like to enjoy the rawness. I like to see the rawness. But slowly, when we start like doing a lot of having a lot of international dominance, we sometimes the little influence from the outside come in, and sometimes you just want to like make it more understandable for the people to digest the music better. Maybe slow down on a little local dialect and maybe like put in a little more English so that they can understand, So, or like maybe the beats, maybe it's too intense. Like maybe they just want something like, But at the time, we like, we never really used to care what anybody think. It's like if they like it, they like it. If they don't, bet.
Right.
Right? It's like we just go to the studio and be free. I didn't know if America was gonna like calm down. I didn't know if Europe was gonna like it. I just do stuff. There are some of my songs that are more successful in France than they are in a country 2 hours away from France. It's just like different crowds pick whatever they want to pick. India, they got what they like, Other African countries, they got what they like, I would say like my first album did so well internationally than it did locally. You understand? I was just making music, but the international crowd grasped it more than the locals, right? My new album, the locals grasped it more than the international. It's just like it comes with the face, right? But I really don't have a place in people's decision when they create. Some people create what they want to create. Some people actually plan to create because they plan to be in a territory, and sometimes could prompt several features. Or I need to feature this artist too. Or these people, this is what they like to listen. So let me do this, but in an Afrobeat version that will be more digestible to them. But it's just different concept. But generally, I hope over time it don't be the norm. It's like, come on, it's not us now. We're very rugged with it. Like we're wicked with the beats, with the flow. It's like, let's stand on that, because that was the main foundation of Afrobeat.
I like what you said about that, because when I tell people that I listen to you, that's one thing they say about, especially with the new project, they say that you highlight the local roots of Afrobeats with your drums and your sound pattern. So that's intentional to do that.
Yeah, that was intentional. You see, it just have to do with someone that has an outer body experience, that look at the game from like, whoa, what we got going on? You know, what we got going on right now? But sometimes it's like, another thing is like, think about it. Some people will be like, okay, you feel like you can make this move because you already have your international song. Why don't we want to have our own international song too? Why do you think? It's like, I never like, yeah, Calm Down is a softer beat. It's like, I have a lot of songs with soft beats. Like, I make love songs, I make all type of jams, but it's just like, that rawness is just something that was just being lost. It was like, what they call it, lost art. It's just like, yo, gotta remind, like, because also, if you think about it, I'm not trying to be selfish because I have a huge song. Also think about the guys in the underground. If we lose this art, like, you know, the streets this is their bop.
That's right.
Like, you gotta also make them know that, yeah, this person who's so huge is still willing to tap in so low to the roots.
Like, I see you.
You know, it's like, I see you. It's like, it's also possible for you guys. Like, don't make it like, because now the guys on the ground would think like, oh, I have to water down my stuff.
No, I want to hear traditional Afro beats.
You get it. You get it. And it just takes someone who's very confident with it, who's not gonna shake with any judgment. I got so much judgment. Like, when my project dropped, like, people were just like going at it. Like, my manager was telling me, because I really don't be caring what people say. But it's like, I know he's trying to be positive, but it's like, people are not happy. People are like, oh, like, this is not the Rema, you know. It's like, I don't care about the Rema. I come with phases. I've not been the same person since 2019, you know. And I'm becoming a man, so he's like, the kid they used to know when I was 19 is not the kid right now, you know.
Fame can be very overwhelming, especially at your age, right? To have the fame, to have the fortune. How do you stay grounded amidst all this newfound success?
First of all, it's hustling in the streets just to make a couple breads. Already kind of like felt what money was like.
Oh, you was getting money before the song?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like, I was not, like, when I made my first 50 million naira for music.
What now? Let me Google this.
Wait,
Yeah,
you made
not
50
now,
million?
How much this is in America?
Not this year. Not this year.
Yeah, let's break
Inflation
this
is
down.
crazy.
You made your first
the rest of the chick.
50 million
15
or
million.
15 million.
50 million naira.
Okay, you had already felt that?
But that's not U.S. dollars. He's
No,
checking what the
naira,
conversion
naira.
rate is.
It was huge.
What's the conversion rate?
30,000.
Yeah,
30,000.
Look at that. You see how hype she got? She got
No,
15
'cause
million.
I'm like, wait.
But that's
I'm like,
turning the birds on you. This was a bird. They
I'm
both
like,
like,
which streets are those? And are they still open? Because I got to go figure this out.
That's 30,000 this year because inflation and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was better. It was much
it
like,
was like 40,000, 50,000.
yeah, it was good money, right? But first of all, like, when I got that, I was like, I was not freaked. Like, I know a lot of young people who have that for the first time. It's like, what do we buy? What do we want to do with that? Now, my first bag, I got my mom a car because I just couldn't stand her trekking, you know?
What you bought my car?
Yeah, you know. At the time, I used to buy a lot of instruments for the church, and it's just like, just to up our game, you know, because I had a rap group. But, yeah, and I had enough money to go to the studio. It's like, because I stopped music because I just needed to grind, right? So, being in the game right now, like, since 2019, it's just like, first of all, I was not freaked about, nothing was a surprise to me, you know? Even when I was like making bread at the time before music, like, I wasn't even with the shorties. I didn't really care about the shorties. It's just, I just wanted to make the bread, see my family happy. So when I was here and seeing the shorties, it's like it's not surprising to me. You know, I don't really have like dirty rags in the streets. I don't have no story. To me, the baddie is like we don't know nothing about Rema. Like, dude, I don't even got our time. That's just it. Like,
Been there, done that.
it's like it's like the game is not. So since then, I just been grounded because I know what it's like and how hard it is to make money and then I have good people around me. You know, I have really good people around me.
I saw you say once that you felt like you were forced to sell your childhood just to provide for your family after you lost your brother and father. Condolences on that.
Yeah, they're on my chain
Yeah, I
right
see
now.
that. Yeah.
I see, yeah.
Yeah. So you feel like you grew up too fast?
Yeah.
You didn't have a childhood?
No. Yeah, I didn't really have a childhood. I didn't do a lot of things like a lot of young people do. Didn't really grow up at a point where I was being conscious of friends. I didn't really have a lot of like people my age. I always was drawn to people older than me, and you know, losing my brother and my dad is just like two people I looked up to. Anything you listen, I listen. Anything you say, I say. If you have a new slang, I go to school in my class. I'm like, yo,
New slang, yeah.
you know, anything my brother does, I do. I wear his clothes. You know, all of that. It's like even when the shoe was bigger than me, I put my foot in that.
Big
Stack
foot,
it up.
skinny leg.
You stack it up with socks.
Skinny leg,
And, you
that's
know, you know, I looked up to them. It's just like at 8, I lost my dad, and my brother was holding me down. We just keeping me sane, and then I lost my brother. And it's just like I was confused, and I held really tight to the church. The church was like my last like shield. But music was doing this thing, but it wasn't paying. So I ran away from home. I was just running mad. You know, I just needed to grind. There was so much pressure. My mom could not pay bills. Like, we're just suffering. You know, so like from 15 especially, it just like got worse. Imagine from 8, it was really bad. Everything went downhill from having a provider, no provider, and everyone's just like, my mom was just like hustling so hard. So first of all, like, and also I had all rights to be wayward, and I feel like I give myself that little prop. I had all rights to be a stupid boy.
Wilding out.
You know? The doors were open. There's nobody to beat me to say don't go out. I do whatever I want, right? But I just stayed grounded because I just needed to, you know, I just felt like, especially when my brother died, I just felt I was the only man. Like, I really didn't want my sisters to be fooling around to make some bread. I was like, yo, sit down. I'm out.
You became the man of the house.
Yeah, I ghosted him. Like, nobody heard from me for like a year or 2.
Wow.
It's gone. I was just stacking, saving. You know, just and I came back home. I just put things in place.
So
And
your hustle comes from their absence, in a way.
Not really. It's just like the drive. You know, seeing your mom being
Drive,
insulted. Like, my mom's been insulted, laughed at. You know, it's just like, it's not your fault. You know, it's just life. You know. And me suffering right now, it's not my fault either. It's just like, but it's decisions we make to make things better, right? And I just feel like I lost all of that. No friends, spend a lot of months alone in my head. And, you know, and the only thing I could hold on to was God. I'm grateful to be here.
What are the conversations like now with your mom? Because, you know, knowing all of that now, when you guys are like looking back at that, like, what does she say to you in those moments where y'all are like reflecting on that stuff?
You know, me and my mom have a relationship. Like, when she cry, I cry. I don't know if
I'm like that too.
Yeah, you like that. When she cry, I just like, I don't know. I just can't hold it, and I feel like she say a lot of things with her tears. It's like she just cannot like say a lot of words. She just look at me and just start crying, and I understand. You know? Yeah.
Do you dang, you made me. I lost my train. I was like, oh, you see, I can tell you're a very spiritual person, right? Like, and you say you have visions. Do you see your father and brother like in dreams now, like guiding you? Or
Man, I love the visions are personal, I'd say. But yeah, I feel like number one, I've relived a lot of the moment they've lived. And it's like, I've been here. It feels like I have that little deja vu that I've been here before. And it's like a second chance to make the decision. I was just recently with the king of Edoland, Benin, you know. And I remember years ago, after I lost my dad, looking at his photo book and seeing when he was bowing down to the king at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now seeing how I worked my way up to that same moment of my dad kneeling to the king at the time.
Wow.
I was shaking when I was there. It's just like, he did it. Like everything, like he wanted to. Like I remember when he was working on a visa for us to go to the UK. And the first country I went to when I blew up was the UK. It's just like, he did it. And I took my family to the UK. It's like every moment, like it's just like they're living through me.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Now you talk about bad health care in Nigeria, and you always talk about giving back to the church, giving back to the kids. What do you think can be done to change some of the stuff that you and your family went through to make sure the next generation doesn't have that problem? Are you working towards that as well?
I mean, I've done a lot that, you know, I really do not even want the media to take. Like, I really didn't even like seeing me giving to the church in the media. I don't like, I really feel like the media like to twist a lot of things, you know. But a lot of things are being held down by the government, you know, and I think the government is starting to understand that they are not as influential, I would say. We are the ones having a real influence on the youth, you know? And a lot of times they have to bring us close to know what the youth want. And maybe some might have us close for their own agendas, but it's just your decision to stand with their agenda. There's no amount of money the government want to give me. I'd be like, oh. Like, no government money can freak me. I've said it in a lot of songs that I think I'm starting to make more money than politicians. It's like, you know, I feel like with the influence that we have, I feel like we are now at the point where we can tell them, like, yo, you're not doing your job. If I'm sitting with a governor, I would whisper to his ear, I'm like, I don't think you're doing this right. I'm sorry it's coming from a 24-year-old, but it's like, I think I tap in with what their perspective. You can't see that, sir. I'm sorry. You know, policies, like, just help, like, convince them about policies. And the little we can do, like, with investing with the money we make, bringing back home, giving kids' life a meaning. You know, a lot of times I'll be telling my manager, because we have a lot of deep talks, it's like, it's not about giving rice. Everybody just want to give rice. It's like, you just want to go make some food. Do you know if some kid got some allergy to rice and then you gave rice, but then you leave and then the kid got to go to the hospital to sort out the allergy? Do you understand? It's like, are you like, this is a whole different perspective to me giving back. I don't like to do the basic give back that, oh, I gave you food. That's it. It's like, no. It's like, what about tomorrow? What are they going to eat tomorrow? It's like, I'd rather create a platform that will consistently provide. Yeah. You know? Create a platform that will consistently educate. Create a platform that will consistently clothe. Create a platform that will consistently shelter. It could be 100 people. It could be 500 people. But if it's 1,000 people or 500 people, but at least it's quite consistent, then I'm giving 1 million people food today. Tomorrow they'll be hungry. Like, that's my perspective of giving back. Platforms, policies.
And they should listen to you. I mean, you just had a show in your city. You had 20,000 people come out.
I think it was 30, even
30?
more.
Wow.
There were a lot of people outside.
Wow.
It's like...
What did that feel like, been doing that in your hometown? How you pronounce your hometown? Benin?
Benin. Yeah. There's a Benin City. There's a country called Benin, same spelling. Benin City. It was really beautiful, iconic. There I felt a lot of joy, love, anger. Sorry to say.
Anger? Why?
It's just...
Oh, okay.
It's just like, this place has struggled so hard. This place has stomped on me. You know? It's not really like you're blaming the people. It's just like you're just blaming the environment for your struggle. Yeah. You know? And it was just like, I have to give back in some way. I didn't want their money, first of all. It was not about, hey, I'm the star. Come on, watch me. Like, pay to watch me. It's like, no. It's like, I made sure the tickets were affordable. because life is hard in Nigeria. First of all, tickets affordable, and also I don't make myself the center of the event. No, the people won, and then everything that has to do with the show, giving them an iconic show, the great stage, great sound, great, like, you know, if I had bad sound in that stadium, they would be like, yeah, it was a great show regardless. Why? Because I didn't put my all into the stage or the sound, because I was so focused on me being the talk of the town. Like, it's all about me. It's not even about the sound. People will take it. They'll still say it's a good show, but I was like, I made sure, you know, the security of the people, even the security of the people outside that cannot get in, because I know that would be a possibility. Just making sure that they have a good show and making sure that I can impact, give back, inspire as much youth as I can. Yeah. I think I did that.
Is it true that you got paid $3 million to perform at the world's most expensive wedding of 2024 in Mumbai?
Okay, aside Mumbai, if you even ask me about a show, a festival, I would not even tell you.
Smart.
Like, yeah, I would not even tell you. It's not just Mumbai.
You're just all in your money.
Yeah, it's just like, I feel like people would guess my wealth for till eternity. It's like you can never find out.
I can smell him, nigga, with money, man. Leave me a couple of dollars.
Oh, my goodness.
Leave Uncle a couple of nairas, man.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
what is nairas or nairas?
You asking me? Let's get into a joint off the album. What you want to hear? What joint you want us to play this morning?
Let's play he. I know.
No, can he
that record is hard,
what
man.
record he wants to play?
It hits different on a Monday morning, look.
What record you want to do?
I want to do He Is, the actual He Is, the song He Is.
He Is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you for joining us. Next time
And
you're in town, come back up
success,
here.
brother,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely, man.
Yeah, don't be letting them take your outfits. They fly.
Word up.
I appreciate
and don't let nobody dim your light. Like I like your confidence, man. You know what I'm saying? And your belief in God. Like
Absolutely.
I can see God in you, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Rema, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.